here, just a 2-minute walk away in the picturesque town of Eton. It's a quieter place than Windsor. There are a few shops, a post office, and the most famous school in England, Eton College. Founded in 1440 by King Henry VI, Eton has an impressive list of graduates, including 19 British Prime Ministers, James Bond author Ian Fleming, and actors Damian Lewis, Hugh Laurie and Eddie Redmayne.
And it's where the princes William and Harry spent their high school years.
September 1998, Harry's first day at Eton, and dressed like all boys here in a tailcoat, waistcoat and school tie, a tradition that goes back to the early 1800s when it was first introduced out of respect for King George III after his death. It has stuck ever since.
There are 25 houses at Eton, like this one, Manor House, which Charles and Diana picked for William and Harry. Your house is not only where you sleep and eat, but also where you make your closest friends.
This fairly secluded and unique place meant that Harry was able to lead a pretty normal life for his 5 years at Eton.
There was a series of wonderful pictures where you could see Prince Harry sitting at his desk, and on the desk you can see that picture of his mother, Princess Diana, but you can see his hi-fi. You know, he had wall art hanging up, so it really painted quite an intimate portrait of the schoolboy prince. And what jumped out, I think, to everybody was just how normal Harry looked.
During his time at Eton, Harry demonstrated talent as an artist, but it was in sport where he excelled. In rugby, soccer, on Eton's vast lake rowing, and Harry was particularly good at this.
Shoving, pushing and pressure are allowed, but stabbing, beheading and strangulation are out.
Another infamous Eton tradition, the wall game, which is played only here.
The students scramble up here to the top of the wall in order to watch. That's despite the fact that in the most important game of the year, there hasn't been a goal for 108 years, which might explain why nobody else in the world wants to bother playing.
Boarding at Eton's organised via 25 houses, college being the oldest and biggest of 70 students, and the 24 other houses, each containing boys from 13 to 18.
I've really enjoyed having my own room, and it's great that Eton, every single boy has his own room.
There are 10 boys in your year group in your house, so you can form quite close friendships, and only 50 boys overall. So actually, as a house, it's quite small and personable.
Throughout the year, you have 5 years in a house, and so in your first year, there are people in the years above you you can talk to and get advice from, and at this point, you have younger boys coming up, and so you get the whole range of giving advice, taking advice.
Within the house, you have the housemaster, but you also have the support of the dame. But the houses also have a number of tutors who are experienced teachers themselves. They also have support staff.
Your whole house feels like a family. I have 2 sons myself, 2 children, and I always think before I do anything, how would I like it for my own children? And I often say to parents, I like to say that our house is not really a house, it's their part-time home as well.
Almost when I was 13, I decided not to come because of boarding. Because that's too terrifying. And then now every weekend that we have free, I don't go home because it's more fun staying here with friends and whatever.
What's great about Eton is that you're valued for your abilities, your talents, and particularly actually what you offer for the house. There's a real range of student backgrounds, from different social backgrounds, different ethnic backgrounds, and the relationships that people build are often deeper and more profound than they would be if they're at a day school.
Some houses you dine in, like this one, and some you eat in the main dining hall. And for those that eat in, it's sort of homely almost, so you get down, walk downstairs to breakfast. Lunch is quite formal, but the other 2 are very relaxed.
I do like boarding. I like the freedom it gives you. I like the responsibility it gives you, managing your time in your own way. And also the fact that when you're around a place 24 hours a day, you just fit so much more in, and that's just wonderful for giving you the kind of experiences that make Eton the great place it is.